The 1990s brought in a whole new sophistication in makeup, a total decade turnaround from the decadent and garish 1980s. The makeup look was all about the nudes or nakeds, and attention was given to celebrity makeup artists, and the supermodel was born. Matte colors were revolutionary, and the super defined eyebrows became the new focal point. This is when I invented eyebrow stencils, and that ignited a whole new brow category. These are my most popular colors of the 1990s. So I've already prepped Kate's skin with foundation, and in the 90s, the trend was matte finishes. So I've prepped her skin with a matte finish foundation and also a matte lipstick. I've used Pure Nude, which is a beautiful neutral brown, and Natural Velvet Matte Lipstick. And the mattes today are very creamy, and absolutely they are back. But in the 90s, you had never seen mattes until the 90s. It was a trend that we all loved and wore for a full decade. So now what I'm going to do is start with the eyes and the cheeks. Again, back to the 90s, we were contouring again. And because it was such a nude look, I created Raw Umber, which is a very grayed brown matte shader. So would you hold that for me, Kate?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm using the angled contour brush. We're going to go under the cheekbone. Because we wanted the face to look very polished and sophisticated, we ended up using colors that were very, very neutral. You can shade around, you can shade under the jawline. This is such a gorgeous neutral color, and it really imitates the look of real shadows because it's a gray brown. Gray brown is very essential when you want a shadow to look very natural. So we did not use bronzer for shading in the 90s. If you want to shade here, and then down the sides of the nose. Contouring is not new to us makeup artists. We always have used contouring, and most of the girls that we work with in the salons, you need corrective makeup, even on models, to enhance their beautiful features. So the next shade is Natural Rose, and this is a beautiful matte rosy pink color. I'm using an angled blush brush. Okay, get that. And what we're doing to keep that sculpted look, we're going slightly above the contour. We're not putting them in the apple of the cheek because we don't want the face to look rounded. We want it to look very sleek and polished. And I'm using an angle brush because, again, it gives me that very sleek application, not the rounded. So it's very important. Your tools are very important. Isn't that so pretty? Love these colors. My clients are going to be so happy to have these back again. We are continuing to do a canvas on the eye, so I created Matte Rice, which is a white color. We're going to use that on the, look down, in the front of the eye, up over the brow. You can even use it on the cheek to give more emphasis for the highlight and bring out the cheekbone. This really, again, enhances the structured look. Isn't that beautiful? So you can see the structure starting to build on the face. The next shade is Shy. Wow, my clients are gonna love me for bringing Shy back. Look at that color.
It's beautiful.
It is so gorgeous. I just love this color. I'm taking the feather brush. Look down. We're gonna shade the orbital bone. Oh, this color is so beautiful. It's so different from now because now in the 2000s, it's like everything's glowy and sparkly. Okay, so that shades down the orbital bone. Now I'm taking the mini feather brush and I'm using Espresso. Now Espresso has remained in the SENNA line for all 40 years. We have never discontinued that color because it is a staple. It is a rich chocolate brown with super rich pigment. It is really beautiful. I'm gonna have you hold that. So this pinpoints the Espresso right in that crease. As you see, I love shading the crease. It's like something that I do on almost everybody. I love this look. But can you imagine creating a smoky eye by putting Espresso on the whole entire eyelid? So beautiful. But on Kate's eyes, we need to create a lid. Open, see what that does? Oh, it's so pretty, I love it. Just give it that nice line right there to cut the crease. I just love that color. It's amazing. That's why it stayed in the line for 40 years, because it is so amazing. Another shade that remains in the SENNA line for 40 years is Eggplant. So I could either take Eggplant and line underneath the eye, or do the whole lid and create a plum smoky eye, or I could take the Espresso and continue it around, which I believe I'm going to do. Okay, look up. I'm using the Precision Angle brush, and we're going to create a nice smudgy defined line under the eye to make the eye look really big. And look at how it makes the color of our eye stand out. These just glide on. They're like butter. They are just so smooth. You can see how intense the pigment is. Now I'm taking Espresso with the angle shadow brush, and I'm emphasizing the outer half of the eye. I love it. So now we'll go to the other side and blend that also at the outer edge to give emphasis to the outer part of the eye and to bring it out. Just a very beautiful, sophisticated look. Love it. And you can do that with the Eggplant as well. I'm going to continue with the Espresso, and I'm going to be using it for eyeliner. Oh. Okay, look down. We're going to walk it across the top of the eyelashes. Of course, we added a beautiful wispy strip of eyelashes. Just walk it across to get that really soft liner. I use powder as liner for decades because it's just so soft and velvety as opposed to liquid liners. Liquid liner was very popular in the 50s and 60s. Of course, it's back now. But in the 80s and 90s, we used liner in powder form with the angle brush. Look up again. I'm going to go back over on the bottom. Just looks very soft and velvety, and that's necessary to continue having this beautiful matte finish to the skin. Now, I know I said that it's only matte, but I had to add one of our most famous colors, Bubinga Brown, that is a metallic. And I'm going to use it over just to give it some light. So the light reflection, look down. It's going to give it more dimension. I look at it as light, not as a metallic eyeshadow. It's lighting. So it just catches the light. Look up. And I'm also going to apply it underneath, because we're not doing authentic 90s. We're doing 90s in 2000, right? Look up. So we're going to add a little bit of glow to that eye area. Oh, I think that is so pretty. Look up. We did matte highlight. We used the rice, very important. I'm so excited for you to use my 90s Nude Revolution limited edition palette. And I'm so amazed that these colors that I designed in the 1990s are still relevant today.